Are pine needles good for composting? Have you ever wondered if those fallen pine needles in your yard could be more than just garden clutter? Let's take a closer look at whether pine needles are good for composting. Yes, pine needles can indeed be composted, and they bring some benefits to your compost pile. However, they do requiring some special handling because they break down slowly. Pine needles contain small amounts of nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These nutrients contribute to creating nutrient-rich compost that can benefit your garden. One of the great things about pine needles is that they improve the structure of your compost. They do not compact easily, which allows for better air and water circulation. This aeration helps maintain a hotter compost pile, speeding up the overall decomposition process. That said, it is important to note that pine needles should only make up about 10% of your total compost volume. If you add too many, they could slow down the composting process. To help them break down faster, consider shredding the pine needles before adding them to your compost. Maintaining a hot, moist, and well-aerated compost pile is key to helping microbes break down the pine needles more efficiently. Contrary to what many believe, pine needles are only slightly acidic, with a pH around 6. This is close to neutral and generally will not acidify your soil significantly when composted. This means that pine needle compost is safe to use in most garden soils, including vegetable gardens, as long as it is not the only material used. From a self-sufficiency perspective, pine needles are a useful natural resource. They can be gathered freely in many forested areas and can help improve soil fertility and moisture retention in your survival garden. Their slow decomposition provides a steady, long-term releases of nutrients, which is beneficial when you do not have access to commercial fertilizers. Additionally, pine needles can serve as mulch to protect your soil from erosion and moisture loss. This can be especially helpful for sustainable food production in the wild. In summary, pine needles are good for composting if mixed properly with other organic materials and managed to ensure they decompose effectively. They offer practical benefits for survival gardening by enhancing soil structure, nutrient content, and moisture retention. So next time you see those pine needles, remember they can play a vital role in your composting efforts.